Okay, so quick review on area of composite shapes. So let's say, remember, composite shapes would be shapes that, kind of a non-traditional shape that is made up of other traditional shapes. So like, for instance, this shape that I have right here, technically this is not a triangle or a rectangle or a square or circle, anything. It's a composite shape. It's actually made up, in this case, of two different shapes. So what we do is, we find the area, we're trying to find the area of composite shapes, okay, is to separate them into shapes that we know how to find the area for, that we have formulas for. So in this case, what this really is a rectangle right next to a triangle. I've got a rectangle right there, triangle right there. We can find the area for each one of these, add them together, and that's area of composite shape. Well, we'll do that real quick. It's always easiest to start with rectangles and squares. You're most familiar with those. It's just length times width or base times height. So we'll find the rectangle area here. Remember, rectangle area of a rectangle is just length times width, basically, length times width. And so the length is 6 right over here, and then the width is 3. They give us those measurements pretty easily. 6 times 3 is 18. So the rectangle area is 18 inches. Sorry, I put inches, but it's feet squared. Okay, so that is the first part of it. Next shape that we have is this larger triangle. Now, it seems like they say, hey, the measurement's 15 and 6 for your measurement of your triangles. But those aren't accurate because we really need the full measurements for these triangles. So what I'm looking at first is, what is the full height of this triangle? Yeah, I know this section to here is 6, but that doesn't count this section right here. This section right here should match whatever is across from it, which is also 6. So to get the full height of the triangle right here, it's 6 plus 6, which is 12. So I didn't write that neatly, but we got 12 as a height, okay? Now what about a base? I got the base along here. I know I see 15, but gentlemen, 15 means the full length just like that. This triangle is not all the way, it is not 15 feet long because it kind of cuts off right there. What does it cut off? Well, it cuts off this 3 that's over here. We're not counting that 3. So basically we're doing 15 minus 3 to get that missing measurement, which is going to give us 12 also, okay? So to find the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So you do 12 times 12 and then divide by 2. Or you could just take half of one of these 12, 6, and do 12 times 6. Either one would work. The triangle area is going to be 72. 12 times 12 is 144. Divided by 2 is 72 feet squared. And then finally, what do? Add them up real quick. So 8 and 2, that gets me 10. Carry it right over there. 7, 8, 90 feet squared is the area of the composite shape. Okay, so that's how we're doing that. So this one too, similar one right over here. Looks like a drawing of a sailboat was made using a rectangle and 2 right triangles as shown. Solve for the area. So again, we have a rectangular base right over here at the bottom, making a rectangle. We can find the area of the rectangle equals the area of the triangle, add them together, composite shape, area of composite shape. In this case, the rectangle is not too bad. The width is 2.5. The length is 12, so it's just length times width, so 12 times 2.5. That's going to get you 30. Worked it out prior to, and so the rectangle area is 30. The triangle looks tricky. It's really not. The base is right here, so the base has 2 and 3. Well, that's 5 centimeters long. And then the height is 6 right over there. We got your 6. So area of a triangle, remember, triangle area is 1/2 the base times the height. So 5 times 6 is 30. Half of it is 15. So that is the area of the triangle. And then we add them together. 30 plus 15 is 45. This is centimeters squared. And this is the composite area of this sailboat picture that we have over here. Last example real fast, and this is one that you will see. They become kind of popular, especially with star testing. The circle with a cutout inside of it. Okay, so here we've got a circle. There is a cutout square inside. Let me throw some measurements in there. So we're going to say across here is 8. We'll do 10. Just like that. And then we'll say across the other side is, we'll do 2 and to there. Okay, well, what is this? This is really a circle. We want to find the area of the shaded region. So what if they say, hey, just find the area of the shaded regions? These come up a lot. Okay, well then this is really area of composite shapes, because what we need to do is we can find the area of the square on the inside, then find the area of the circle, and then just subtract, find the difference. Okay, let's find the area of the square first. That should not be that hard. The distance across the square is 10. Well, squares have equal sides, so that means all the sides are 10. So to find the area of a square, we're basically just multiplying 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So we know the square's area is 100. Let's do this circle now. Circle, a little bit tricky. I'll go in blue. We need the full diameter first. Full diameter of the circle is the 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So the diameter is 14. You need radius to find area of a circle. Remember circle, area of circle. Let me go back. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So we need the radius. Well, half of 14, that's going to be 7. So we're going to do 7 squared and then multiply it by pi. 7 squared is 49. So we're going to take 49 and we're going to multiply that times 3.14. 3.14. I'll write it out real quick right over here. 49 times 3.14. Just worked it out prior to doing this just so it's a little faster. Is 153.86. So that is the area of the triangle. Now here's what we're understanding. We're not adding these together because in this case we want just the area of the shaded. What's left? If we had this circle that was 153.86, but we cut out this area of 100, how much will be left? Well, I think you guys kind of get it. We're just going to do some straight subtraction. 153.86 minus 100. Probably do some of this even in your head. Get my decimal in there. And you should get 53.86 as the area that is left over. Let's say this was in feet squared. And this would be the final answer. So look out for these types of questions. They come up every year. They show up in assessments. And so I wanted to give you one here. But this is just a quick review. Area of composite shapes, area of composite shapes.